Hello there. Oh, my. Feels like I've been asleep for years. I suppose you're wondering what this is all about. I remember your aunt being just as surprised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Arbitrix. I am the master of the table and a prodigious teller of tales. And you, my friend, are about to embark upon quite the adventure. I hope you're ready. The storm came out of nowhere. The ship is on its way back to the biggest port in the Crown's Islands. Its voyage has been a success. The substantial treasure on deck was, let's say, acquired by 4 scoundrels who hired the ship for their venture. Who are they, you ask? Pick them up and see for yourself. This is Hammer, a violent thug who's really good at solving problems with her ironclad fists. This one calls herself Nuna. Don't ask where she got her heretical and very illegal powers of dark sorcery. Thomas Turlinger, the apothecary, a genius of experimental potions with a rather questionable clientele. Introducing Horatio Nine Lives the Thrice Blessed. The swindler came up with that name himself. As the storm swells, Captain Frost abandons the wheel. As her there at the rail shouting nonsense into the wind. The crew aren't happy. "They've bewitched the captain!" yells First Mate Barnabas. "And brought this storm upon us! We must take the ship for ourselves!" This is mutiny. A band of heroes would try and talk the crew around, but these are scoundrels. The best way they know to end a mutiny is to put it down. Hard. Time to fight. Each turn, you must spend all your yellow power pips to move, attack, or rest in order to defeat your foes. Move your scoundrel next to a foe. If you move too far, you'll begin to expend their power pips. Play this card on a foe within range to expend power pips and attack. One of the remaining crew comes up from below to join the fight. Another sailor comes on deck. Looks like the whole crew is in on the mutiny. The scoundrels will have to defeat them all. The ship's cook appears, cleaver in hand. That's all the sailors accounted for. The fight is nearly done. Hang in there. Play this card on an ally within range to expend power pips and give them a boost. The mutineers, but you still need to regain control of this ship. There's a lot going wrong, and all your scoundrels will need to pitch in if they want any hope of surviving this storm. Try to choose the best scoundrel for each task. The more stars they contribute, the better. Place them on the skill checks and see for yourself. The captain has abandoned the wheel. Someone strong needs to steer the ship through this storm. The mast is creaking ominously. Someone fast needs to climb the rigging and trim those sails. he's about to snap. Better get someone smart to tie a better knot. Captain Frost is waving that pistol around with a mad gleam in her eye. Someone needs to talk sense to her. They strain against the wheel and manage to hold on, steering clear of the worst of the storm. Success! They nimbly climbed up and trimmed the sails, slowing the ship and saving the mast. Well done! And then the rabbit goes back into his hole. Yes, they did it! The cannon's not going anywhere. She looks at them, the way a teacher looks at an annoying student. Calm? Oh, of course I'm calm. Calm as this ocean. So, no help from the captain then? And to think, these four paid to hire her ship. You've done all you can for now. The ship's as safe as it can be. And just as well as a giant wave is about to roll over the deck. Brace for impact! I've always wanted to say that. Unfortunately for these scoundrels, there are only enough safe handholds left for 3 people. One of them is going to be washed overboard. Question is, which one? It's up to you who fails to hang on. Once you've made your decision, pick them up and throw them overboard. Gone. Deep beneath the waves. Only 3 scoundrels left. Knowing them, their first thought is that this means a larger share of the treasure. There's no time to mourn or celebrate. You've survived. But your ship's badly damaged, and you're not alone. That's the Sunfish, the personal vessel of Solomon Sanko, governor of the Crown Islands. Ooh, he's taken a battering from the storm. Though, it's still in better condition than your poor ship. Wait, those aren't sailors. They're orcs, the most feared pirates in these seas. The governor and his captain are tied up on the deck. The orcs clearly don't want you interfering with their plans. Prepare to be boarded. Good thing you secured the cannon. Now you can use it on the orcs. Oof, that must have hurt. The cannon's blasted away one of the orcs. looking dire. But all is not lost. You've bought Captain Starling enough time to free himself, and he's found his pistol. Help from Captain Starling. Together, the scoundrels and the captain free Governor Sanko, who thanks you all profusely.
Your ship's in no shape to sail. You should come with us to the capital,
offers the governor. The governor's right. Your storm-battered vessel is headed to the bottom of the ocean. It seems the scoundrels have no choice but to bring their precious treasure aboard the Sunfish.
Excellent, says the governor. Take the cabin next to mine. When we get to Half Arch, you shall be properly rewarded for your bravery.
Half Arch, capital and largest city of the Crown Islands. Home to fishers, traders, smugglers, artisans, privateers, and scoundrels.
Come with me,
insists Solomon Sanko. The governor is determined to make good on his promise. Later that day, after a feast in his estate, the governor surprises the scoundrels with something they never thought they'd experience: fame and glory.
All hail the heroes of Half Arch! This is Hammer, warrior of true conviction and strength. Nuna the Wise, who protects us with mysterious powers. And finally, Horatio Ninelives, the thrice-blessed swordsman and charming conversationalist. So be sure to speak with him tonight. Without further ado, let us begin the Heroes' Celebration! Ah, it's the heroes. Leaving already. That's a shame. May we meet again in equally joyful circumstances,
Captain Starling says before excusing himself.
I hope you had a pleasant evening. The heroes of Half-Arch are always welcome in this city,
says the governor before he's called back into the hall. After a round of farewells, the scoundrels slip away. Though they've lost one of their number, they've gained a second chance. They agree to split the treasure equally and go their separate ways. Time for your reward. Choose a new ability and it's yours. Horatio gathers the precious rings, amulets and earrings into his pack before returning to his party. Such things will prove useful in the upper echelons of society. The hammer shoves a few bars of solid gold into her rucksack before leaving Half-Arch. She doesn't know what her future holds, but she's never been one for making plans. Choosing a deceptively humble pouch of precious gems, Nuna slips the treasure inside her sleeve before leaving, hopefully to a remote, peaceful island. And with that, the treasure chest is empty, and our scoundrels, heroes, go their separate ways, vowing to put their scoundrel days behind them. And they did. Well, at least for some time. "7 years is a long time. Long enough to build a whole new, quieter life. Tonight the scoundrels return to Half-Arch for the first time since that day."
Over here!
It's Governor Sanko.
Quickly, we may be watched.
A figure darts from the shadows and stabs the governor. This is very bad. You must find out why the governor summoned you. The governor is barely conscious and gravely wounded. Your scoundrel tends to him as best they can. A city watch patrol. This is not good timing. More city watch. They must have heard something while on guard duty on the West Dock. That's not good either. And then there's the governor's mysterious assailant. They're getting away. 3 problems. And only 2 of you left. Make a choice, quick! Your scoundrel will have to be fast to chase down the assassin before they get away. The gates can be barred, keeping the city watch out, but it's usually a 2-person job. In an impressive feat of strength, your scoundrel drops the bar into place. The city watch won't be getting in that way. Your scoundrel darts forward, but the assassin is too fast. You hear noises from the east docks, but you'll have to deal with the city watch before investigating. The governor laughs as his eyes open and he recognizes Horatio.
Making a show of saving me, Horatio. We both know you'll let me die. It's what you do. Oh, yes, I know. I know what all of you have done. And soon everyone else will too.
All Horatio can do is hold him as he dies. A quick search of the governor turns up a map of the islands with several locations marked, each one horribly familiar to one of the scoundrels. No time to wonder what the governor's words or map mean. The city watch have seen the scoundrels with his dead body. You'll have to fight them off. put off the watch, but it's only a matter of time before more come to investigate the commotion. You need to get out of Half Arch, and that means you need a ship. At the east docks is the governor's ship, the Sunfish. He doesn't need it anymore, but there are plenty across the Crown who'll recognise it, for good or ill. And it's where that assassin went. The scoundrels don't recognise the ship at the west docks. The guard probably means captured pirate or smuggler. Maybe good for laying low, but who knows who owns it. Whichever one you're going to take, now's the time to choose. The Sunfish has been restored to its former glory since the storm 7 years ago. Captain Starling is still in command, or should be. Instead, he's slumped against those crates, unconscious. The assassin is here, and has friends. No time for niceties. These assassins mean business. Maybe Starling can help you, if you can bring him round. Starling stirs. He's waking up, but needs some more help to get back on his feet. Keep trying. Captain Starling stands groggily. You. Thanks for your help, again. Let's deal with these gallows monkeys. Then we'll talk. The last of the robed figures vanishes in a bolt of lightning, just like the others. The sunfish is yours for the taking, but the mystery has only deepened. Starling wants answers. Is the governor safe? He was supposed to be meeting with you. The scoundrels explain what happened, and that they need a ship to find the killers and clear their names.
I should have known something was wrong. That's twice I've failed to protect Governor Sanko.
Come on, the watch won't be far away. We have a fair wind. Lose the topsails. I'll see this through with you. I need to bring his killers to justice, and besides, you need a sailor. Once clear of the docks, the scoundrels examine the map they found on the governor. The marked locations are places from each scoundrel's past, a past they had hoped to leave behind. Captain Starling is surprised by something on the map. Let me see that. These symbols, it's an old sailor's code. I can decipher this, but it'll take time. As you sail the Crown Islands, your choices won't just affect you. The consequences of your actions will be reported in the Crown Herald. The scoundrels have been set up, and killing those guards won't have helped their case. You're going to have to find out who framed you to clear your name. Who was the masked assassin? And who knew the scoundrel's secrets and told the governor? Your scoundrels will need all the help they can get. Go on, pick an upgrade. While the code is deciphered, you have another clue to investigate. The governor's map. Revisiting those places will be hard for the scoundrels, but it's your only lead. The Smuggler's Cove is run by one man, Patrick Quick. Hammer says he'll know something. Nuna knows the way through the reef. There's a power in Bastoyer that could help, she says. The village is infamous for being ravaged by orcs many years ago, when Horatio was there. The ship proceeds slowly, following Nuna's instructions to pass through the treacherous Black Reef. There's an eerie silence aboard. The hammer's only question betrays her fear of Nuna's power. Do they all have sorcery on Bestoya? She's relieved that the answer is no, but wonders aloud what makes Nuna so special. Nuna replies that it was simple. She didn't die in the trials. One liar to another. Horatio asks Nuna what her real name is. She says her name was taken when she was just a child. On Bestoya, she was only the Anointed One. Horatio is equally unnerved and impressed.
Never easy going back home. But then it can't have been easy making a new life after Bestoya. Earning Jewelside's trust these last 7 years. I'm sorry. They'll have heard about the governor by now.
As the ship clears the reef, an uneasy feeling settles on the crew. There's a reason outsiders don't come here, and that Nuna never tried to return. Nuna guided you to a hidden landing spot with a disused path which has brought the scoundrels to this courtyard undetected. But you're not the only one sneaking around. That was one of the assassins who killed the governor, but they're gone now. Best to focus on the task in hand. Nuna needs a shadow stone for her scrying ritual, and they're all inside the temple. But these Bestoyans won't be pleased to see her. You better figure out a way to get inside. This is Sekvan, a loyal acolyte of Nuna's old cult. He'll definitely let Nuna go up to the temple roof to use a shadow stone, but can she convince him to stay calm about her return?
Nuna's words haven't overcome Sekvan's joy at seeing her. It is you! Oh, after all these years, my faith has been rewarded.
Nuna tries to calm him, but he's waited so long.
You fools who rebelled! The day of reckoning is at hand. The Anointed One is here to destroy you all.
The Bestoyans clearly don't take Sekvan seriously, until they see Nuna, the Anointed One. Their eyes widen in terror before they run for reinforcements. No need for stealth now. Better find those shadow stones quickly and leave Sekvan to his ranting. The sky portal is a door into the realm outside, home of the cult's shapeless, many-eyed god. It was opened once, when Nuna survived the ritual. Sacred lore forbids it opening again until the thing outside is ready to devour the world. So, why is the portal open now? The assassins must have been here. Already, shadow creatures from the realm outside are exploiting the tear in reality. More will come through unless the portal is sealed by deactivating the soul siphons. The Shadow Stone, meanwhile, is right there to be used for Nuna's scrying ritual. The dark, geomantic energies of the temple are focused into shadow stones like this. If she concentrates, Nuna can use its power to see what is hidden, just as the thing outside does with its many eyes. The energies of the Shadow Stone enhance Nuna's powers, and she starts shaping it for the ritual. But it'll take some time to complete. The ritual is working! Buy Nuna some more time! Legend says the things from above are like locusts, extensions of the thing outside's many mouths. The dark, geomantic energies of the temple are focused into shadow stones like this. If she concentrates, Nuna can use its power to see what is hidden, just as the thing outside does with its many eyes. Nuna reels from the shadow stone's dark power as she receives her vision. But she's seen too much. The images were so vast, so quick. She'll need the power of another shadow stone to bring what she saw into focus. You're free to leave the temple summit to look for another one, but the sky portal is still open. You could close it before you leave. As for Sekvan, well, he's not helping you now, but you can escape the old man easily if you don't want to fight him. There are 2 other shadow stones in the temple. The west exit leads to the throne room on the ground floor, from which Nuna once ruled as the Anointed One. To the east, a long staircase leads to the anointing chamber in the caverns under the temple. Who knows what these things could do to the island if their numbers grow? The siphon reaches deep within your scoundrel's soul, but the pain is too much to control it. He'll have to try again. The scoundrel supplies just enough life force to the siphon and commands it to turn off. It felt like being hollowed out. And there's still another one. As the feeling of icy fingers plunging into their heart subsides, the scoundrel manages to command the soul siphon, and it deactivates, closing the sky portal again. With the portal closed and the last of the shadow things gone, it's time to leave. As the scoundrels descend, Nuna explains that the anointing chamber was built expressly for the ritual to grant her powers. She had hoped never to visit it again, but these are desperate times. These caverns are why the cult of the thing outside came to Bastoia. Beneath it flows the blood from below. Shadows from the realm outside, congealed into thick, dark fluid. This anointing chamber was built to grant Nuna her powers. She lay in the sarcophagus, and the sluices covered her in liquid shadow until she drowned. A distant memory, but one she can never forget. But as above, so below. Someone has tampered with the sluice gates. They should never be left open. You must act quickly. Complete the scrying ritual and escape before the vile ichor rises too high. Or close the sluice gates to stop it from flowing altogether. Either way, you'll also need to fight off the things from below. Creatures of liquid darkness that swim into this dimension through the blood. The scoundrel bashes the sluice gate, and it moves. Barely. Hopefully a few more tries will force it back into place. Another one. Better close those gates, or get out of here fast. The scoundrel swings a stone in a wide arc, and with an almighty clang, the gate slams shut. It's not opening again anytime soon. Another one. Better close those gates, or get out of here fast. Another one! Better close those gates, or get out of here fast. The blood from below rises. Use the Shadow Stone, then escape before the chamber floods, or close the sluices to buy more time. The energies of the Shadow Stone enhance Nuna's powers, and she starts shaping it for the ritual, but it'll take some time to complete. Nuna completes the ritual, and the glimpses she had before come sharply into focus. The other scoundrels hear her gasp in revelation. She waves away their questions. She needs time for the images to settle in her mind. It's time to go. Best not linger in the caverns. Either exit from the chamber will take you back to the courtyard and the path to your ship. The lever sticks a bit, then shifts. The mouth of the sluice gate slams shut. Another one! Better close those gates, or get out of here fast. Impressive! Your scoundrel quickly pulls the gate's lever. Even from above, the scoundrel feels the unnatural cold of the blood from below. All the sluice gates are closed. You've bought yourself and Bastoya some more time. You have what you came for. Nuna will soon be able to tell you what she learned, assuming you can get off the island. With the sluice gates closed, the remaining blood from below will hopefully drain away before it causes too much trouble. Outside the temple, all is not well on the island of Bastoia. The energies stirred up by Nuna's use of the shadow stones have allowed shadow things to swarm in the courtyard. Sekvan is here too, still exultant at Nuna's return. But you can't help but notice the shadow creatures aren't attacking him. Maybe he could help you somehow. At the front of these armed Bastoians is Aldos, leader of the rebellion against Nuna, which forced her from the throne years ago. The Anointed One. Don't let her escape this time. If you want to use this exit, you'll need to persuade the Bastoians you mean them no harm, or kill them all. There's currently no safe path off the island. You'll have to destroy the shadow things, or find another way to exit. The Bastoians hesitate before steeling themselves and fighting on. You realise this small force is their last best hope, all that stands between the island and destruction. The shadow things are going to keep coming, no matter how many you destroy. You'll need to enlist some help to clear a path back to the ship. The shadow things are going to keep coming, no matter how many you destroy. You'll need to enlist some help to clear a path back to the ship. Your scoundrel tells Sekvan you must flee. He becomes incensed.
Leave Bastoia? Just as our great work begins? No.
Aldos sees you speaking with Sekvan.
Bastoians, the Anointed One and her minions collude with her old lackey. She means to re-establish her rule. Destroy her.
Your scoundrel tells Sekvan Bastoia is being destroyed so Nuna can build a new temple. And he buys it.
Yes, you must escape.
The way is clear, but Sekvan refuses to come with you.
My place is here, Anointed One. Go.
The Bastoians can't afford to chase you while there are still shadow things to fight. You've escaped, but the Bastoians have been reminded of Nuna's evil. But you have other concerns right now. You've done all you can for the cursed island of Bastoia. Hopefully, it was good enough for its inhabitants to survive. Now that there's time, Nuna explains what she saw in her vision of what's to come. A glowing blue rain that reached everyone in the crown. As they sail on, the captain signals for one of the scoundrels to come over. I have good and bad news. I deciphered the note, but the bad news is whoever wrote it wanted the governor to arrest all of you. But Governor Sanko met with them instead. Was that why he was assassinated and the scoundrels framed, so they'd still end up in prison? While you ruminate on what this means, pick a new ability for your scoundrels. The new clues just opened up more questions. If they're to find out who's behind all this, the best leads are still the locations on the map sent to the governor. The Smuggler's Cove is run by one man, Patrick Quick. Hammer says he'll know something. As the ship approaches Shadeport, memories of her last visit flood back to the Hammer. She tenses up. The others notice. She tries to distract herself by speaking with them. Of all the scoundrels, Nuna seems to understand most what it's like to have their childhood robbed from them. The hammer is lucky, according to Nuna, to have gotten away from her adopted family while she was still young. Horatio starts telling stories of his tragic youth and rise to fame, and the hammer listens happily enough, though she knows better than to believe his tales. For as long as they've known each other, the hammer has almost never told a lie, while Horatio has almost never told the truth. I'd heard rumours about this place, of course, but I never thought I'd find out where it was, let alone dock the sunfish there. I take it you're not on good terms with the gang who runs this place? The hammer grunts in agreement. Well then, I'll make sure we're ready to leave in a hurry, if need be. As the cove of Shadeport comes into view, the hammer clenches her fists. She'll get her answers, one punch at a time.